Hey, Alan here for Old English Outfitters. Last year, in 2022, one of our top-selling guns was a Mossberg shotgun. Now, this is very interesting because Mossberg started making the Model 500 series shotgun in, are you ready? 1961. 1961. And it remains, or a variation of it remains, one of the top-selling guns that we still sell. This is another interesting thing about this is that as of a couple of years ago, Mossberg had made, are you ready for this? Are you sitting down? 11 million Model 500s and variants. 11 million. Now, I believe that makes it the top-selling shotgun of all time. Huge numbers. They've been used by the military. They've been used by sportsmen ever since 1961. The Model 500, the basis of the Model 500 is a dual extractor, dual action bar pump shotgun. And a variant of the Model 500 that continues to be a top seller is this, the Maverick 88. The Maverick 88 is a budget version of the Model 500. Now, it shares some of the characteristics of the Model 500. This particular version is a security version, very popular gun, very useful gun for all sorts of things. Shotguns in general can be used to hunt, they can be used to defend yourself, they can be used for sport, skeet, sporting clays, things like that. So they're hugely versatile guns. In law enforcement service, they can launch less lethal munitions, they can launch gas munitions, they can launch lethal munitions. So they were always considered a triple threat weapon. But they're very easy to use too. Now this one, Maverick 88, has an 18.5-inch barrel. And in construction, it shares with its Model 500 parent gun the aluminum receiver, dual extractors, and dual action bars. Dual action bars means that you've got a bar on each side when you run the pump that makes it keeps it smooth. The more you use them, they'll smooth out a little bit. Good, tough shotgun. Military-grade weapon used and still used in some quarters. So aluminum receiver, same barrel profile basically, and dual action bars, dual extractors. So there's an extractor on each side of that shell. When it goes in there, you got an extractor on each side to pull it back out of there. Makes it very reliable. What sets the Maverick 88 apart from the regular 500? Well, the regular 500s have a safety that's up here on the tag, right there, easily accessible right or left-handed. Maverick 88 doesn't have that. It has a safety down on the trigger guard, right there. In more of a position like Remington 870s and some other models do. When they put it down there, it makes it an integral part of the trigger group, which makes it a little easier to produce. And you don't have to do the machining and everything up here. Another thing that it doesn't have is it doesn't have drilled and tapped up here on the receiver. It could be done if you wanted it done. 500s typically come drilled and tapped, so you can put a rail and whatever sight system you want up there. This one doesn't have that. Again, it's a cost-saving measure. It's prepared for, it's got a hole back here on the butt receptacle. It's got one up here on the front of the magazine tube piece. So you can put sling swivels on it, but it doesn't come with them. Again, a cost-saving measure. The barrel assembly on the 88s typically have this. It's just a screw piece. You just unscrew it. It screws out. So there's a female threaded piece here. This screws into it. That's what locks the barrel onto the magazine tube. Some of the 500 series guns have this. Some of the 500 series guns do not. Some have a removable magazine cap, which enables you to take everything out and clean the magazine tube completely end for end. We don't have a heavy wall barrel in this. We've got a standard wall barrel. Nothing wrong with that. We do have the same action release bar back here if you want to release the action without pulling the trigger. Same thing that the 500 has. Good recoil pad, pretty much standard synthetic furniture. Just a good, solid, reliable pump shotgun. But made to a little bit lower price point. These are significantly less expensive than a Model 500 that's similarly configured, which is one of the things that makes them very, very attractive if you're looking for a budget shotgun. They make these with hunting length barrels, 26, 28 inches ribbed. You can put replacement barrels on them for rifling if you want. You can go down to the short barrel like this one has, so there's a lot of flexibility there. This one's a standard 12 gauge, 3-inch chamber. We shot 2 3/4 inch stuff in it, worked fine. For most defensive applications, you don't need 3-inch shells. 2 3/4 inch payloads if you do your part, will work just fine. And they won't beat you up as much as 3-inch magnums will. Good solid shotgun. Because it's a Mossberg, it's made right here in the United States of America. It doesn't come from overseas. And because it's a Mossberg pattern gun, there are tons of accessories available for it. You can change things up if you want and make it much more personalized and add and subtract things that make it more useful depending on what your intended mission for it is. So there it is, the Mossberg Maverick 88. One of our top-selling shotguns, a solid weapon, very easy to operate, very easy to use. It's a pump shotgun like anything else in that category. And it's relatively inexpensive also, which also makes it attractive. All right, well, that's what we have today, the Mossberg Maverick 88 out of the Mossberg series. 11 million, that's a lot. Speaks to a very successful product line for Mossberg. Okay, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm Alan for Old English Outfitters.